certain U.S. products, for example. We need to have the units measured in pounds, and here we need them measured in kilos or in grams. We need to be able to have standards.
It's measured by a trade deficit, where as much as 20% of what we spend on imports is spent on oil. It's the cost measured by the billions of dollars we send to nations with unstable or unfriendly regimes. As for America and the West, our commitment must be measured by more than just the dollars we spend. True leadership will not be measured by the ability to muzzle dissent or to intimidate and harass political opponents at home. You've trained for the complexities of today's missions, knowing that success will be measured not merely by performance on the battlefield, but also by your understanding of the cultures and traditions and languages in the place where you serve. For too long, we've measured our efforts by the dollars we spent and the food and medicines that we delivered. And it reforms dozens of others, from healthcare to homeland security to education, so that rather than throwing money at programs with no accountability or measured results, we're committed to funding only those things that work. But our strength is not measured in our ability to stay in these places. It comes from our commitment to leave those lands to free people and sovereign states, and our desire to move from a decade of war to a future of peace. The measure of my commitment to Israel is not measured by a single.
And I know for the families who are here, time is not measured in days, but it's measured in minutes, in seconds, since you received that news.
Dennis is a man of deep faith, and he understands that in the end, our policies and our programs are measured in the concrete differences that they make in the lives of our fellow human beings and in the values that we advance as Americans. But to me, this is not simply measured on a balance sheet.
And I really highly commended President Obama's firm, principled, but measured response in close consultation with the Republic of Korea government and with the strong engagement with the neighboring countries like China.
Tested this in a flume at University of Michigan, and we sent water through it and measured the speed and determined that this works properly.
In it, the Marine wrote, there were people who measured their success based on how many enemies they killed or how many missions they led to conquer a foe. Their progress here will be measured differently. In crises averted, in a planet preserved.